Benjamin Burnley is the frontman and main songwriter for the hard rock band Breaking Benjamin. The group formed in the early 2000s and recorded four multi-platinum albums together, while being signed to Hollywood Records. However, in 2011, the band dismembered after being unable to complete its current tour at the time due to an infection that Ben had come down with. There were also decisions made by some of the band members without the consent of the whole band. Since then, the two members of the former group tried to get ownership rights to form another band under the name Breaking Benjamin. Ben as well filed suit to own the rights himself and won the case, being the primary songwriter and frontman for the band. And as of to date, there's really no harsh feelings or any harsh words amongst the former bandmates. Um, they all wish each other well and and that and as of currently, Ben is in the process of forming a whole new lineup for the band while writing new material and performing mostly acoustic shows. While that is underway, as Ben's manager, I want there to be a good amount of buzz created concerning the comeback. What we decided was to have him play with a hired full band on The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. Now, the main goal is to basically expose Breaking Benjamin, Ben himself, and then to expose the comeback of Breaking Benjamin. There will be an interview after the performance with Conan concerning the comeback, where he can explain the process of forming a new band while simply getting the word out that Breaking Benjamin will be back with a new lineup and new material soon. After the Tonight Show, Ben will perform a live acoustic set with fans to be put, and they'll put that show on DVD. The schedule will go like this, basically. At 7 o'clock, there's a wake up. We get everybody, the whole band. Uh, Ben is not going to be performing this gig, basically, on the Tonight Show with the new members. He's yet to form that new lineup. So what we did was hire just basically a band for him to practice this song with for 2 weeks. At 7:30, they'll have breakfast as a band together and just kind of wake up and talk about the day and everything and kind of get on the same page with each other. And then at 9 o'clock, there'll be an interview at KLOS 95.5 in Los Angeles, which is one of the best rock radio stations in that area. At 10 o'clock, there will be the rehearsal for the Tonight Show. At 12, will follow lunch. Then at 1 o'clock, there's going to be a fan meet and greet at the radio station. There, fans will get to, the first 40 fans there get free tickets to the acoustic show. And I'll go into reasons why the acoustic show is going to be free a little later on. After the meet and greet, though, at 2:30, Ben will just rest for 2 hours until 4:30, and at that time, we leave for the show. His performance is at 6. That'll be followed by a quick bite to eat, then the acoustic show at 8 o'clock. Then after the acoustic show, Ben will head back to the hotel for the day and basically just rest, do whatever he needs to do to recuperate. The risk assessment for the show, the main risk that there's two actually. The show could run out of time, and Ben might not be interviewed after the performance. I will stress to the show the importance of it is for him to be interviewed by Conan so he can, get the word out on why he's performing solo for this performance, and that Breaking Benjamin will be back with a new lineup. I list that risk at medium because, if you've ever watched late night shows, sometimes they just run out of time. There's not much you can do other than ahead of time simply state how important it is and how grateful you are for the opportunity uh, to be interviewed by Conan and to get this word out, and how grateful we are for that opportunity. The other risk I see there possibly being could be, the band makes mistakes. I see that as a low risk because they practice intensely for 2 weeks solid on this one performance. Even though the band members he's playing with aren't going to be the band members that form the new Breaking Benjamin, um, they're still working very hard at getting this performance down, to where it'll be a good show. The other risk comes at the acoustic show, and it's fans basically bootlegging the acoustic show. If they're filming with their phones, if they take pictures, that's okay. But what we'll announce before the show is no pictures or videos of any kind, and have security monitor the show. Um, that's basically the way to solve that problem, and to just let the fans know we appreciate you, just being able to enjoy the music, and they will get a free copy of the DVD once it comes out. Ben's earnings for the live performance will be $25,000. Um, it's here that I want to stress the importance of why we're doing this. It's not to earn money, and it's not to, he's sold millions of albums and earned millions of dollars. This isn't a lot of money to him, but what it is it's preparing for the future comeback of Breaking Benjamin, is what this whole thing is about. Um, so the money side of it, I explained to him. $25,000 isn't too bad, but what we just basically discussed was it's important to do this show even if there was no money involved and only expenses, just to put the name out there, to put the word back out there and create that buzz that we need. Each of the other three band members will earn a total of $3,500 for the 2 week period of practice and plus the performance of the show. The DVD sales will start at $10.99 with a 50-50 split between Ben and the record label Hollywood Records, and my earnings will just be at 10%. Again, this performance here is not about money and about earning, lots of income. It's basically trying to get the word out. And what comes in handy is it being a late night show. There doesn't need to be a grand spectacle made of it. It's just he's filling a spot in that show in front of possibly 11 million viewers could be watching The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. And so what we're trying to do is just basically plug in for publicity for future earnings again. Expenses, the airfare costs $1,200 round trip for all included. Meals for the day, we give to each $150 per band member. The stylist for the show charges $800 to basically dress the band, and it's gonna be nothing special, just a good look for Ben basically. The van rentals for the equipment on that day are $80, and the total expense comes to $2,530. What I learned throughout this process is that in time frames within an artist's career, it's important to manage the low times as well as the high. Be smart about it basically means during the low times, you've got to prepare yourself to get back into the high times, and that sometimes means doing things a little differently than you normally would. The reason why I consider this a low time for Ben is just he's really got no band. He's an excellent songwriter, an excellent singer, an excellent guitar player. He can play acoustic shows, until he's old and gray. But he wants to form another band and really hit the big time again. And that's what we're trying to prep for, is for the future concerning the band Breaking Benjamin.